kind of look like my ID pictures. That one did not look great. And sorry, guys, no, I'm not about to show you that because of information and stuff on it. I know I can like block it out with my finger, but I don't want to have to worry about all that, so I'm not doing that. Um, all right, I have them brought up over here too. I mean, I still go live on 2 more apps, but I don't. Kind of irrelevant, but it'll be all right. I just wanted to keep everybody updated. I most likely will not be on here for a few days, maybe, guys, because we're still doing the trial and error with my medications and stuff. So I'm kind of not like it makes me feel like crap, but at the same time, it kind of does. It keeps giving me the highs and the lows so far. But just so y'all know, that will probably go away here in the next couple of days, or probably next day or two, really. Um, but the only main thing I gotta worry about with that is I gotta let it adjust to my system, you guys. So with that being said, it's kind of bothering me a little bit, not too much where I can't take it and stuff like that, but enough to the point where it's tearing my stomach up and stuff and making me nauseous. Which is that's okay. I can deal with it. It's kind of gross and I don't like it, of course, but it's me. I don't think I'm gonna die or anything like that. Just makes me a little bit sick to my stomach. I think it's the Effexor that's doing it because the ones that I took last night of the Buspar, it didn't really make my stomach upset like that. I mean, it kind of made it a little bit upset, but it didn't make it as upset as when I took the Effexor with it. So it could be a combination of the Effexor and the Buspar, but also could just be the Effexor. I don't know. But once again, I'm gonna try to keep y'all updated and try to stay on here as much as possible whenever I feel like any kind of side effects or anything like that. That way I can just keep y'all updated to the best of my ability, unless if it's some kind of emergency that winds up happening, which I doubt. But if that were to be the case, then Matt can keep y'all updated. No, he's more than likely not going to go live like I do, but I'm sure that if anything were to happen, he will keep y'all updated. But that will mostly be on Ariel's agenda on my Facebook, most likely, if that were the case. Um, but we're not going to keep talking like it is because, we're trying to think of positive thoughts here. And like I said, like last night, as far as bad side effects, I haven't really noticed anything terrible, anything out of the normal when taking antipsychotics or antidepressants. There's nothing out of the normal, just besides it makes my stomach upset, you guys. I did run a low grade fever last night, but that's probably from my medications just trying to get my system and do their job, and my body is just trying to get used to it. No, I don't have the corona before anybody asks. I go to the doctor all the time, so we are perfectly aware I do not have corona. So it is due to the medications, most likely. It also could be because I ate before my last round last night. That could be another reason why I didn't get as sick last night. Once again, I don't know that. It was only my first day taking them yesterday, so I may take them today and it might not make my stomach upset. Who knows? Um, but I kind of feel like it's going to because my stomach's kind of already upset. Like I told my Facebookers yesterday. My stomach is pretty sensitive anyway, so I'm gonna try to stay on here for a few minutes today because my first round today isn't until like 2 o'clock. So, and it usually yesterday it took about maybe an hour to 2 hours for me to start feeling any effects or anything. No, no, let me take that back. It's been like a couple hours because I went to sleep and then I woke up and then got sick and stuff. So also could be because I wasn't moving around enough. Could be because I was moving around too much. Could be there's no telling. Um, as far as how did it make me feel, it kind of made me feel super energetic, but kind of made me really tired at the same time. Um, made me feel energetic, but made me feel tired, but I didn't want to go to sleep. Um, not last night when I took my nighttime dose. I went to sleep just fine, like I normally do. At least I felt like I did. Um, no nightmares, no silly dreams, none of that stuff. All that's been pretty normal from what I remember, because I don't think you remember your dreams like that. But as far as I remember, I didn't have any bad dreams or anything. Um, it's kind of been giving me like, kind of feeling like I've been getting like some heartburn or indigestion or whatever. And so I don't know if that's from my capsule breaking and it's just doing its job and dissolving and stuff. But yeah, I don't like that either. But I figured I'll go ahead and come on here and keep y'all updated. That way y'all know everything that's going on for the most part. Because yesterday I definitely was not feeling it. Right now I'm still kind of not feeling it, but it's not as bad as yesterday afternoon. My stomach is still upset. Yeah, still got another hour before I take anything. So
Really on the back end of your meds.
yeah, I'm still on the back end of my meds from last night. Oh, sorry guys. I'm trying not to. You see what I'm talking about? Kind of what I was talking about last night. Kind of gagged a little bit. Yeah, sorry guys. I know that was probably disgusting, but I couldn't help it. Um, yeah, it just really makes my stomach upset. Other than bad side effects or any other side effects, I don't think I'm having any as far as being happy and going to tired and then back to happy, I guess. Because for me right now, it kind of just feels like a roller coaster. So I think it's just my meds trying to do their job and get in my system and working, I guess. Could just be me tripping, I guess, maybe. um, no telling. I will probably be able to tell y'all a little bit more in about 2 hours once I've taken my meds and it's had enough time to get in my system. But once again, I can't promise anything because the way that it upset my stomach yesterday. I'm not quite sure how much I'll be on live today, but I'm gonna try to keep coming on here. That way I can keep y'all updated on how it's making me feel. If I feel bad, if I feel great, if I feel whatever feelings I get, you guys, because this is why I do these lives, not only for me, but to try to help somebody else out there who's going through the same thing or something similar. And the thing about antipsychotics and stuff like that, a lot of those can make your stomach feel a bit messed up if you don't eat before taking them. So it could just be because I didn't eat food before taking it. On the bottle, it doesn't say anything about if it makes your stomach upset, then eat first. So I honestly don't know if that's even going to help with my stomach being upset is eating first, because it doesn't mention it. Usually those medications will let you know that first if it will help. So eh, um, not quite sure. I got a pop up on my face over here, so I don't know if y'all can quite see me. I mean, I think y'all can, but I just can't. I got distracted. Sorry, y'all. Oh, and as far as questions and stuff go, y'all are more than welcome to it. Just write them down in the comments and I will get to them the best that I can. Please remember, I have not been feeling the greatest, so I might not get straight to it like that. But I promise you guys, if you leave your comments and concerns and questions, all that down below, I will get to them as soon as I come back online and check everything. Same with my YouTubers. And that goes for any of my videos, you guys. If you feel like it's going to offend me or anything like that, it doesn't matter. If you got a question or something, don't be afraid to ask me. That's what I'm on here for. Um, like I had remember somebody asking me about whether I used to have a drug habit. And to answer everybody else's question on that, yes, I used to have a drug addiction, but that has been dealt with. I went to a rehab for that, 30 days. I did the whole process. Um, it is now 6 years later, and no longer am I an addict. This is the only thing that I smoke now. I don't even smoke tobacco anymore. So I am pretty proud of myself because for me, I used to smoke like half a pack a day. Cigars, these 4Ks right here, which of course comes with four in a pack. I would at least smoke three of these a day to even four or so. Those that smoke cigars know that you're not supposed to smoke cigars like that, especially inhaling them, which is I'm terrible at. So not a good thing. But since I have stopped smoking them, then I feel a lot better. I can breathe a lot better. Yeah, guys, I don't know if y'all can still see me over here with this pop up on my face. I mean, I think y'all can, but I'm so sorry if you can't. I do feel like my doctor and stuff has been pretty helpful so far. So if these medications do become an issue like that, all I have to do is call them back, and she said she'll switch them because she's already got a list that we're going to go by if this stuff doesn't work. If one of them doesn't work, if both of them doesn't work, and then we're just going to go down the list until we have no more options, and we're going to go with Plan B. And then if Plan B don't work, then so forth. And we're doing the medication along with talk therapy, as well as me still having to see my neurologist, as well as possibly going to see a movement specialist here in the next few months or so. I won't know any of that until probably around January when I go to see my neurologist. But she did say that she wasn't going to deal with any of that. Not necessarily that she can't or she doesn't feel like she could, but she doesn't think that that is her specialty right now. She doesn't think that it's anything mental. I kind of do, you guys, but she is a doctor, so I gotta listen to what she tells me. And if she tells me she doesn't want to deal with it, she wants my neurologist to. That's what we gotta go by. The neurologist has to deal with it. So he probably already knows too, because he refilled one of my meds, but didn't refill my other one, which is kind of weird. But he did refill one of them, so that I think that means that they're talking to each other, which is good. Um, I was supposed to see the cardiologist in December, I think, but I haven't really had no issues with my breathing like that anymore. I was supposed to keep track of my blood pressure till I went back, which I think I kept up with all the way until like a couple of months ago. I don't necessarily feel like I need to go back. Last time they did my EKG, it's still slightly abnormal, so I don't know what he's gonna want to do about that. Probably nothing since it's not like overboard. But I do get the simple tachycardia stuff where my heart changes, and that's mostly when I'm sitting up, laying down, stuff like that. Mostly probably because of not moving around enough, you guys. Also could be due to the fact that I was a long time smoker. Could be a lot of things once again. Those kind of problems also run in my family. No telling. Also, I was born 3 months premature for those that don't know me. I was actually supposed to be born on my uncle's birthday on March the 18th, but I am an early bird and I was born on December the 29th. So, um, they tried to use medications to stop me from arriving. The doctors tried to use medications to get rid of me because they thought I was deformed. Um, so those things could still be a possible factor of how I turned out the way I did. We still don't know this stuff because this stuff happened quite some time ago. So if so, it's hidden. It's hidden in there. That stuff has had long enough to heal up or whatever. As far as damage wise, I guess if that makes sense. I mean, I only assume. I I think so. Once again, you guys, I'm not a doctor. I think we all know this, but I put that out there once again. Also, if y'all ever feel like I'm saying something wrong or I'm addressing something wrong or it makes you feel some type of way, please let me know in the comments so I can change it. I'll be more than happy to. As long as you're not just being a Karen to be a Karen. You know what I'm saying? But as far as if I say something wrong or I'm not explaining something right, just let me know. That way I can fix it. Because if you don't tell me, I'm not going to know. And I'm going to keep misinforming people. And I don't want to do that. So please let me know if so. Yeah, guys, that's why a lot of us YouTubers and stuff do like we do is so you can ask questions and your comments and concerns and how y'all feel about it. Because some of these things make us feel a certain type of way. So maybe it would make somebody else feel a certain type of way, or maybe it will make them feel no type of way at all. I mean, we're all different. So I'm sure there's at least 5 people out there that feel the same way I do about certain things. And I'm pretty sure there's about 98 people who don't. And that's perfectly fine as long as I got my 5 that do, I guess. Because what some people don't understand is 5 is better than 0, right? I mean, we kind of learned that in math class. 5 is 5 is better than 0. Oh, yes, yes. I'm thinking. Yeah, so my meds don't really make me like angry or anything, so I think that's good. Um, it kind of makes me feel excited and really energetic, but kind of makes me feel heavy and like I want to go to sleep at the same time. But that's what I'm used to feeling, so it could just be my medications trying to level it out, just trying to do their thing. Oh my gosh, last night I got those restless legs so bad. I had to move, you guys. I had to do something. Even if it was just moving my feet on the couch, I just felt like I had to move them. Um it was even got to a point I had to get up and walk around. Um so I think that's a good thing, I guess. Once again, we still won't know how it truly affects me yet until like a week from now. All of this stuff is just it trying to get used to being in my system and stuff and build up in my body. So all these side effects I am getting now, they're not gonna last the whole time. They'll probably last about probably a couple of days and that's about it. At least that's usually what happens for me whenever I do get side effects for something, unless if it's just a medication that I can't handle, which my body does that sometimes too. It just doesn't agree with some things it does. My body is pretty weird too. As far as the making my stomach upset, pretty much just about every medication does that because my stomach gets pretty sensitive. I don't know why. Could be because I don't eat a lot. Could be because I don't drink enough fluids. Could be because I'm not eating before I take them. Um, I don't know, but my stomach gets really, really upset very fast. Um, Yesterday I think it was just from it sitting there, and it's a 24-hour tablet, so it releases every hour, every couple of hours, I think she said. So whenever it releases, it sits in my stomach and then it'll release again and it'll sit in my stomach, release again. It'll just build up in my stomach, you guys, and then it'll all come out and it's disgusting. It, it's had long enough for it to be in my system to where I'm not throwing up the pills and stuff. But it just sucks because I shouldn't be throwing any of it up. It's supposed to be in my system. But I am gonna try to learn this new medication because it could be something that I'm not doing or something that I'm doing, and could just be that they're working just fine. Like I said, it could be because I'm not eating first, or could be because I'm not moving around, and I don't know. But I also kind of get a little bit dizzy, especially when I'm having my up moment, especially when it's like really up and I'm feeling it. Then I'll kind of get a little bit shaky. I'll in my hands a little bit. And I'll feel like I need to move around, but kind of a little bit hard to be steady, kind of. I mean, not too bad where I need my walker or too bad where I'm falling in the floor, but it is noticeable. Like even standing on one leg last night to get in the shower to remove my clothes was a bit difficult for me. And that usually isn't. I mean, I usually have a little bit of balance issues already, but that did not make it any easier. So I'll probably have to start holding on to the wall for a little bit anyway. But I don't even really want to do that because, once again, that goes with the conversion disorder. I don't want to trick my brain into thinking I need to continue to use the wall or whatever as support. I don't want to do that. I know some people don't think you can do that with conversion disorder, but you can. I think you can talk yourself out of it for the most part. Not always. Some people have issues with that. That's perfectly fine. But we are all here together to learn how to change that. Especially myself because I have issues with these things as well. Um, the main thing is just to trick your brain out of thinking some of these things. You got to teach your brain instead of these bad habits to replace them with good habits, which is still a difficult one for me. So I can't quite help y'all out there, but we can try to work on this together. Um, it's the same thing with when you're losing balance and stuff. If you're alone, please don't do this without any help because I don't want you to get hurt, which there are chances that you still could get hurt. So please be careful if you are living by yourself. I don't live by myself. My boyfriend works from home. He's around me 24/7, so I don't really have to worry about this stuff, you guys. That's why I'm saying if you're alone or your boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever has to go to work and stuff like that and you're left alone, please just be careful. If you're not feeling well, don't be getting up and all that stuff. Um, Try to wait until it passes. I know that's hard for some people to even know beforehand, but you guys learn your body. The more that you learn your body and the way that it reacts to things, the more you can catch it. And the more you catch it, the more you can try to change it. Um, no, that doesn't mean it's going to happen like right away or right overnight. Because the thing about with PNES is some of these feelings and stuff that we get have been buried up in there, you guys, for years and years and years. So it's y'all got to remember it's not something that's just going to happen overnight and the problem's fixed. It was not like that. Um, I even thought the same thing. I even still think the same thing till this day in certain things. Like I thought I would get away with not taking medication and I would feel better. That's not the case. I was wrong. Not that I don't need medication, it's just I didn't need the medication that I was on. It wasn't it wasn't helping. It wasn't really making me worse either, but it wasn't helping. So there wasn't no point in keeping me on something that wasn't going to help. The only reason why I'm even still on the Depakote is because it's my only anti-epileptic medication that I have left. And since I do also have epilepsy as well as the conversion disorder, she wants me to continue taking them. And once again, before anybody says, well, what gives her the right to do so, she also works with neurology as well as psychiatry, so she she is able to do so. Right, it is her field, so she's able to do so. Um, they did move me back from the Depakote extended release to moved it back to the Depakote delayed release, which kind of made me happy. That's what the hospital had stuck me on this last time, that they actually did the work to make sure I was good and stuff like that. And they placed me back on it, which makes me feel really good. It's helped my epilepsy part for the most. As far as a mood, I don't really feel like it changes anything on that part. It doesn't make me more agitated. It doesn't make me more happy. It doesn't make me feel meh or whatever. I just feel like my same old self. Um, I think for the most part, it blocks those signals in my brain from completely having a seizure. So instead of completely convulsing, I'll get like, I don't know, I'll get like some small spasms, like mostly in my eyelids or stuff like that, or my eyeballs will water for a good minute. And it'll look like I'm bawling or something, but I'm really not. Excuse me, guys. I might need to use my inhaler. No, sorry, guys. I was wheezing for a second. Had to fix it. It was bothering me. I forgot what we were talking about. I mean, I know we were talking about my medication and stuff like that, but I forgot where we were going with it. Um, I mean, that's pretty much all I got as of effects and stuff like that for now. Once again, you guys, it hasn't had enough time to become therapeutic yet. So we don't know the full effects of this medication yet. Um, Once again, that will probably take, I think she said, about a week or two before we start really noticing anything. Um, some of these side effects I'll probably experience, but once again, they'll be gone within a couple of days. So shouldn't be nothing too concerning unless if I like stop breathing or that kind of stuff. Um, it kind of worried me a little bit last night when I turned red like a lobster more than once, which my whole body did, you guys. I felt like I was burning up. Um, which I probably was. My temperature was probably a little bit higher at that time, but I was throwing up. So it's kind of hard to stick the thermometer in my mouth when I'm hacking up and stuff. Um, but afterwards, when I took it, that was once my body had started cooling off. And my body was still kind of red a little bit. I just had like a little bit of red splotches on my arms. But for the most part, it had went down. It went to 99. So it kind of makes me feel like it probably made a little bit higher at that time. I don't know. So that's the only thing that really concerns me is my body heat getting up like that. Um, I don't know if that means that my blood pressure is getting up high or just that I'm overheating for some reason or what's going on with that. Um, it did have a lot of ups and downs with me getting hot and cold. That continued for a good, I'd say, a good hour and a half. It wasn't quite too long, but it wasn't really a short amount of time either. I'd say about an hour and a half. Um, but I felt I had to cover myself up. As soon as I covered myself up, I would start to get hot and sweaty. Um, so I would remove the cover off. Once I did that, I would start to get cold chills, and you could even see them on my arms and stuff. And I'd be like, "Oh, well, now I'm cold. Put the blanket back on." It was just a lot of back and forth. It finally got to the point I just kept one arm covered up and one leg and stuck one foot out and kept one arm out until I was finally able to get comfortable. Um, Also, you guys, just so y'all know, when your body heat and stuff gets up like that, you're not supposed to cover up. And the reason for that is because when you cover up, it traps more body heat in. Um, which not necessarily would be a terrible thing, but when you're running high temperatures and stuff like that, it can do damage to you and stuff, especially when you're covered up like that and you stay covered up like that. Um, because when you stay covered up, you're trapping in the heat, and when you're trapping in the heat, that's not making your body temperature go down any. Um, as far as really does anything really concern me? No, no, and yes. No, because I'm still at the beginning of this medication and stuff, so I don't think no. But yes, because of the overheating. I don't really I don't really find nothing terrible about it, you guys. I mean, I felt better while taking the medication. The only thing I didn't feel better about was having to throw up and stuff. But really, that's no big deal anyway. Just make sure to stay hydrated and eat something, keep something on the belly. Um, that's about it on that, you guys. Any questions or anything? Oh, sorry, guys. My hair is kind of a mess over here, too. I can still taste that stuff in the back of my throat, you guys. It's so nasty. So I thought it was really weird that one of my pills said that I can't take it with grapefruit juice or something like that. That's kind of weird. I mean, one, why would I take it with grapefruit juice? I guess because to me it's kind of sour. To me, I don't really like it. Uh, or to take it with anything citrusy. So it kind of makes me wonder why. Like, if I wanted to take it with some orange juice, why am I not allowed to take it with orange juice? Um, is it going to affect me in some type of way? Because that would be nice to know, you guys. If I what happens if I take it with something that is citrusy? I don't want them to like scare me out of taking it or anything, but it would still be good to know why I can't. Because it's good for people to tell you that you're not supposed to do something because it can harm you or something like that, but it doesn't do us any good when we don't know why we can't. Bye, guys. I am going to come to the end of this live because I understand I'm starting to slow down on my talking and stuff. And I don't want to get to the point of where I start to bore everybody with my long saying nothing. So if I get on here later on after taking my medications, I will try to let y'all know how it makes me feel then. I honestly don't think I'll be back on here, but we will have to see. Just because it affected me like that yesterday doesn't necessarily mean it will today. We don't know. So all we can do is wait and see. So if I feel any different today than I did yesterday, I will get on here and let you guys know. Um, I mean, my last night's medication is still kind of in my system from last night, but that's kind of starting to leave my system too. But all right, I don't know why my mouse is not working either, you guys. But we'll go ahead and end off first.